So I'm going to turn it over to Shannon. Before she gets started with her presentation, Shannon is going to talk a little bit about our magazine and how you can utilize that as a member. So I'm going to turn it over to Shannon Tarrant.
I was supposed to do this earlier today, but I definitely wasn't ready. So how many of you are listed in this beauty? Who's got an ad? Who's been featured in one of the editorial? Oh, yes. So, you know, one of the things about print that, I'm a little tinny, but we're fine. One of the things about print is, you know, you get this, it comes out, Jordan does it once a year, correct? Yeah. Once a year, and it's like, how do you maximize that, right? Like you're in here. The thing about print is there's legitimacy. I'm still an old school lady. I've been in the industry a long time. We didn't have social media, we didn't have websites, and we barely even had email when I started. So when you're featured in print, you should be screaming it from the rooftops, even if it's just a directory. Couples, when they get these things, they don't know that you paid for it, correct? Do you agree? They have no idea. They don't know how this was picked. I mean, when it's an ad, right? A little bit different. But when you've been featured or you're listed in the directory, oh, that's bad. Okay. When you've been featured or listed in the directory, so just a few quick tips on how to maximize that you were in this, right? Because if everybody talks a little bit more about this piece, it will get much further reach. Jordan's killing it with distribution and getting it out everywhere. So if you're in here, a few quick tips: take a picture of you holding it, take a picture of, you know, go find your directory listing inside, circle it, take a photo of it, put it on stories, tag swell events. But just remembering that outside of all of the digital space, I don't care. You can fight with me every day, but I do a print piece in Central Florida and people like to touch things. They like to hold it, touch it, look at it. The magazines have all gone under because it's hard to sell print. Because if you don't have relationships with vendors, we don't trust to give you our money. Do you believe that? Right? Like you could call me for print all day and I'm like, oh, I don't know. But so make sure you're sharing about it on social media. When you're out in the community, if you see a space that like they've got things on racks or they've got them sitting out on counters, like other stuff, say, hey, you know, keep 5 or 10 of them in your car and say, hey, would you be willing for, you know, me to leave these here? You'll find out, and then let Jordan know that they were like, yeah, we can put those in here. So keep an eye out, post it on social. What Tom was talking about in terms of your email follow-ups, you've got a link to this piece. If you've been featured in it, you've got an ad in it, use that as one of your email follow-ups. Hey, we've been recently featured in this year. They don't know that it was 6 months ago that it came out. It's a new lead. They just got engaged. They just got excited. So take advantage of the opportunity that you guys have invested in this, whether it's just through your membership, an ad, whatever. And just know that, like, he gave me a stack of these last year and they were hot commodity, like to the point where I was like, maybe we need this in Orlando. Because people were like, they were so excited to touch something, not just looking at blogs. That's my share about print soapbox. So start telling people that this is out. Give them out to people. Give them to your couples when you meet in person. Spread the word about this. Deal? Yeah. Okay, good.